Hi guys, welcome back to Love from the Kitchen. Hi guys, today we're going to go through a Mexican gravy, and this is a simple, quick, easy method to make a Mexican gravy. There's many different methods, and we're going to cover one of the other ones another time where we actually use chili pods instead of the ground spice chili. But today, to make it a little bit faster and a little bit easier, we're going to use the ground chili. We're going to use, now there's 1/8 cup of ground chili, 1/4 cup of flour, half a teaspoon of granulated onion powder, and 1/4 teaspoon of Mexican oregano. And that's why these labels are out here. This is the type of oregano that is. And this one over here is the type of chili powder. This California chili powder is basically Anaheim chili. So it's very mild, and it's really excellent for most palates. We're also going to use for an oil, this canola oil, and it's just kind of a generic brand. We're going to use canola oil because we don't want the oil to influence the flavor of the gravy. So we're going to use 1/4 cup of oil, and then we need to bring that up to temperature. You see that says 1/4 cup there, or 60 milliliters. I'm not in the metric, but eventually give it a whirl. Okay, so we got the oil on, the pan's on and heating up. And then we're going to take our dry goods and we're going to put them in a bowl here. And we want to mix these together. So our roux, as they call it, which is basically your fat and your flour, is the roux. Our roux is going to also include our dry spices. I didn't really think this through very well, did I? There we go. Okay, then we'll just give these a mix with a fork. Get everything mixed around, incorporated. That way, that those spices will cook at the same time everything else does. Then we just add the liquid to break it down and make it a gravy. Now you can potentially use some broth. Some people use chicken broth or beef broth. It'll give your gravy those flavors if you choose to do that. Now in this recipe, it calls for 2 cups of liquid. I'm going to use 2 cups of water in this one. I don't want to use any broth. If I were to use broth, I'd use 1 cup broth, 1 cup water. Okay, looks like our oil is being a little fizzy in there. Is it hot enough? Yep, it's cooking. So we're going to add all those dry ingredients. And then we're going to use the whisk. And we're going to get a first cup of water handy. Now you don't want to just dump all the liquid in. And with your seasoning here, we want to just give this a good stir and get the oil and the flour mixed together really well. because this is what's going to keep it from breaking down in the liquid, whatever liquid you use. If you were making, oh, that looks like chorizo, huh? It kind of smells like it. If you were to use, make a breakfast gravy, for example, the sausage or bacon grease, you would use that, say a couple tablespoons of grease, couple tablespoons of flour, and then add some milk as your liquid. Boom. Little pepper, black pepper in it, and there's your breakfast gravy. Gravies are all basically that element. You're going to have a fat, you're going to have a flour, you're going to have a broth of some kind, a liquid. Now we're going to add our water. We're going to add about half a cup. Now you see that, now it's getting really pasty. We want to get the rest of that in there. I know this will take at least 1 cup. Should take close to 2. It's still pretty thick, as you can see. See, it starts out thin, but it gets thick really quick. So we're going to bring over another cup of water. We'll add about half of that. Now remember, this is not the technical, fancy, authentic recipe for Mexican gravy. This is the quick and easy and simple but delicious recipe for Mexican gravy. So there's 2 cups of liquid total. Let's continue to stir it and see if it takes more. Also want to turn your heat down. I start out on medium low. You want to turn down to low at about this point. And just let it simmer and bring those flavors all together. We're going to give it a little bit of a taste test. Okay, I'm going to add a teaspoon. Now this isn't a measuring cup teaspoon. This is a teaspoon of this tomato bouillon in there. Okay. Why did I do that? Well, I wasn't sure which flavor to go with, and the water is just too bland. So we need a little bit of something, something. And that's where your broth and your bouillons can really come in. You can beef or chicken. If you're going to make beef enchiladas, you can use a beef bouillon, really. Or if you're going to use this gravy on chicken's dish, on a chicken dish or something, use a chicken bouillon or chicken broth. See? Yep, perfect. That's all it took. That was all it took. A little bit of bouillon, brought it all together. Tasty. So there you go. For your dry spices, add 1 teaspoon of this tomato bouillon with chicken flavor. Yummy. Okay. And see it? 2 cups of liquid was just perfect. It's a gravy consistency. Turn the fire off, let that sit. Now we can make some enchiladas, but that will be in another video. Thank you for joining us. Please give us a like and subscribe to the channel, and share the video with others. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you think of this, or if you have any experience making this gravy, or you're glad to find out finally how easy that this can be to make. You can pour it on a wet burrito, so you have a burrito. Get a frozen burrito, and you heat it up in the microwave. You whip up some of this gravy in just a few minutes, and then Takes about 5 minutes to make this gravy, and then you can pour it over your burrito. Just wonderful stuff. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for joining us. Have a great day.